So my 0 rules: inbox 0, desktop 0, surface 0, health 0, and 0. You'll learn what 0 is later. It's very important. These are the rules I more or less follow to have a certain base level of operations so that I don't turn into an unhinged gremlin. Okay, let's get into the lurid, gooey details. First, inbox 0. I believe it was Nietzsche who said, just clear out your emails, dude, and get inbox 0, dude. A lot of people didn't know that Nietzsche was from northern Minnesota. Just imagine logging in and seeing no emails. I ain't gotta imagine it. This is my inbox right now. I just hit myself in the head.
Box right now.
Look at that. Does that make me better than you? No. Does it make me think I am? Yes. And it's important that I think I'm better than you because that makes me feel good. But that's not why I maintain inbox 0. Here's why. To me, the inbox is a transit hub, a regular Grand Central Station, if you know what I mean. That's not subtle at all. I don't know why I have to say if you know what I mean. Unrelated horseshit from all corners of the universe is funneled directly into my spam trough. And it is up to me to clear it out of the way as soon as possible, so I can make room for more horse shirt, because the cavalry is coming, and the cavalry's full of horses. Horses shirt, think about it. It's pretty stupid to have one place for all your newsletters, messages from your bank, your grandma, your penis enlargement guru, calendar invites, shopping deals, other penis enlargement guru, you gotta get a second opinion, task management, and your ongoing relationship with the Nigerian prince. I know that's a dated reference, but hey, I never lost contact, which reminds me, gotta send him another $500. Hope that helps, bro. I like to clear all that away so it's not so stressful when I go in to do the things I actually have to do, like talk to my third penis enlargement guru. He's the best one. And also, maintaining an arbitrary goal like inbox 0 keeps me proactive and keeps me responsive to all the things that I would otherwise just abandon, like emails from my mom. Ugh, come on, Mom. I'm trying to run a business here, you know. Speaking of, my parents have their own ways of managing their inboxes.
The only inbox I care about is my mouth, in which I block everything but Pinot Noir and bonbons.
Inbox 0, schminbox schmiro. All that email finally makes me popular.
That ain't popularity, King.
Keep talking, Toots. I got 40 to 70 ladies just waiting in my sausage folder.
Your spam folder.
I said what I said. Ditch the inbox 0 and get with the inbox 0. A. I'm being the fonts. A.
Archive.
A.
Block.
A.
Block.
A.
Block.
Thanks for the help, Mom and Dad. So that's why I do inbox 0. Here's how I do it. Archive, 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 archive. Archiving is so choice for indecisive people like me. It's like delete light without the commitment. If it's spam, I look for the unsubscribe button, which is usually there and usually works, and then I archive it or delete it. If there's no unsubscribe button, block them! And for ongoing conversations like my passionate relationship with the Nigerian prince, I just respond, make sure it's not my responsibility to keep the conversation going, and archive it. Well, I don't want to archive a conversation because the other people are flaky and we're going to forget about it and we're going to let it die. Well, you can snooze the email and get it again later as a reminder, but I wouldn't do that because I have another rule. Don't use the inbox as a task manager. Outsource that bad boy to another app, like a task manager app or a calendar or notes app, or what's that called? Pen and paper. I really cut down on my conversation with the Nigerian prince by just giving him my banking information. There's too much crap in your inbox for it to also be your task manager. You shouldn't have to sift through all your tasks just to get a message from your grandma. Maybe you should just call your grandma. And ongoing conversations should probably happen in other places, like Slack or texting, writing on bathroom walls, or what's that called? In people. In person? So there you go. That's how you make your inbox no longer a hellscape of unnavigable nonsense. My nickname in grade school. Moving on to my next 0 rule, surface 0. No, desktop 0. I usually have 0 files on my desktop. Look at this beautiful clear islandscape. Again, I do think I'm better than you, but I'm not. And I rarely see this because it's usually covered by 6 open apps, but I don't have files on the desktop is the point. So who cares? Why have 0 files on your desktop? Big deal! Well, for me, seeing files on my desktop scattered all about stresses me out. Here's me looking at my wife's desktop. But again, it's a lot of the same reasons as inbox 0. I want it to be a point of transit. Grand Central Station, if you know what I mean. That's not subtle at all. I don't know why I have to say if you know what I mean. I set the desktop as my download folder, and I'm downloading tons of stuff to do these videos. And whenever I download something, I'm like, oh, there's something on the desktop. Let's find a place for it. And then I file things into folders. Folders, 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 folders. Folders is not a sponsor. So making sure there are no files on the desktop keeps me proactive. If I see something there, the school marm inside me forces me to do something with it. But I like to keep my stuff there as a reminder, Craig. Okay, that can work for you, but seeing a file in a jumble of other files doesn't work as a reminder for me. It's more of a reminder of my own failures to do a thing. But it's so much easier to click on a thing that's right on the desktop, Craig. Okay. Yep, that can work for you, but there are other quick ways to do it as well. On a Mac, you can use Spotlight by just hitting the old Command spacebar and then typing in the file and go right to it. Bam. What am I, Emerald? I also have a list of my favorite folders in the sidebar of the Finder window. And I don't want my reminders to rely on my memories of the spatial location of files floating on a screen in the middle of a quagmire of chaotic twaddle, my nickname in high school, but rather on my punctiliously cultivated folder stratagem, my nickname in college. I really blossomed in college. Plus, opening stuff on the desktop is just impractical anyway, because I usually have a bunch of other apps that I'm currently using open covering it. Just the essential stuff like the browser, editing software, script writing software, Farmville, cat video streams, picture of myself shirtless, live stream of my neighbor. Next on the list, Surface Zero. Let's go on location. Surface Zero. It's the same old story, but for countertops and office space. Just arbitrarily saying to myself, keep it clean, Craig, keep it clean. But like in a not weird way like I just did. Forcing me to take action with random items that float in this house and figure out where to put them. We have a lot of sentient items in this neighborhood. It's really annoying. Anyway, Surface Zero ensures that our surfaces are clean, food isn't rotting, and things are where they need to go and we can find them easily. It's easier to clean surfaces, and when you sit down to have a meal, you don't have to bulldoze everything out of the way. Then you gotta hire a bulldozer and it barely fits in the kitchen, and you gotta usually tear down a wall, and then insurance gets involved. Got to get an inspector out. I don't know about you, but having random stuff around makes it feel like the walls are closing in and it stresses me out. Surface Zero makes everything feel good. Okay, let's go back downstairs via elevator. And next, Health Zero. The zero makes less sense for this, but hey, I got a whole zero thing going on here. Zero in this case basically just means like baseline. Not that baseline, that means dead. When I first started getting into all this health stuff, I thought about it differently. I had goals. Certain weight I wanted to achieve, certain distance I wanted to run, speed, certain etc, etc. The problem with life though, once you hit your goals, life keeps going. It's stupid. Like I'm waiting for the credit sequence at the end, you know? It turns out that health is a lifelong process. So goals are just the beginning. Then it's about ongoing maintenance. Ugh. But to do the ongoing maintenance, I find it most useful to have a point zero, a place to return to. I don't want to spend the rest of my life policing my eating and my exercise habits 100% of the time. I just want to police it enough so that I have enough health to live long enough to have more time for debauchery. It's a health debauchery balance that I'm trying to achieve for optimum life good. And to do that, I think of it in phases. Certain phases I'm trying to achieve zero, and then life goes off the rails a little bit sometimes, and you're like, hey, I'm having fun. Oop, uh-oh. And at the point of uh-oh, it's nice to have a specific place to go back to. So it's good to define what zero is. With Inbox, Desktop, and Surface, it's easy to set an arbitrary zero as zero. Nothing! But don't set your health at nothing, then you're dead. So basically, if you're just getting into health, shoot for certain goals and get them. And then figure out where your zero is and, you know, live life. So I have a certain weight I try to achieve, certain amount of food I try to eat, certain exercise I try to do, but I definitely don't get it all the time, and that's fine. I go in phases. I think about it in phases. I'll do better next time when I'm in a healthy phase. But make sure that you do eventually have a healthy phase. All of this applies to mental health, by the way, which reminds me it's time to thank the sponsor of this video, BetterHelp. Sometimes you got a huge inbox of worries going on in the brain thoughts. I talk a lot about mental health and anxiety, meditation, gratitude, journaling. Often what helps clear the brain is just talking to somebody about it. As someone who's constantly editing myself on video, sometimes that bleeds over into just editing my life. Can't turn off the critical thoughts, and that leads to self-talk about all the things that are wrong that I'm trying to fix, which leads to an inaccurate view of the world and myself, and then one way out of that is to talk to someone, a professional someone, and BetterHelp is here to help you find somebody online very easily and affordably. It can be hard to find a therapist, especially when you're limited to the options in your area. But with BetterHelp, you can go online, fill out a few questions, and they can match you with someone in as little as a few days. Talking with someone else is so much better than talking with myself. Like, boring, I never say anything I don't already know. Like, come up with something new. Surprise me, you know? You see, that was me being negative about myself. I need to talk to other people. You can go to betterhelp.com/WheezyWaiter for 10% off on your first month of therapy with a licensed professional specific for your needs. And if you find that your first therapist doesn't fit your needs, you can easily switch to another therapist for free. Thanks again to BetterHelp for supporting this channel. Now, moving on to the thing we've all been waiting for, the final zero, which is Zero, the song by Smashing Pumpkins. Just I feel like we need a reminder because we don't talk about it enough anymore. I'm not going to play the song though because copyright. My reflection, dirty mirror, is no connection to myself. Now we never need to talk about that song again. Thank you for watching. If you're struggling to organize your life out there, I hope this helps you. And even if you're not struggling, I hope you can just look at this and be like, those are some good ideas too, or whatever. You can subscribe for more of this kind of thing and monthly challenges. I'm thinking of doing a challenge where I try to learn how to do the splits for 30 days. I'm also thinking of doing some more sleep improvement videos coming up. That's kind of my thing, because sleep is a perpetual zero I'm always trying to achieve and usually failing. Came across an article about soaking your feet before bed, also sleeping with a stuffed animal as an adult, which could be funny and cuddly. Okay, thanks for watching.
Keep talking, tits. I got 40.
Toots, not
Toots, okay.
yeah.